Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show. Welcome to Ask the Unicorn. I'm Ahura Z, and the talkative one over there is Kazi.
There we go. Hey, hi.
And she's going to say hi at any moment.
Today is May 31st, 2016, and it is episode
85.
85.
So I'd like to thank you all for joining us on the show this evening. We are looking to have a good show. It's rather warm out, so from time to time you may see us do gestures of heat, like, or, oh my goodness, it's so hot, or something like that.
Only you would do that because you're that dramatic.
Okay, but I'm looking forward to a good show. I for those of you that just joined, I am Ahura Z, and this is Ask the Unicorn. I will answer any question that you have in the genre of the metaphysical, the spiritual, the paranormal, or the mystical. However, there are two types of questions that I do not answer, and that is whether or not someone is going to die or whether or not someone is cheating on someone. If you want to ask those types of questions, then you should probably ask the person that you're asking about. Okay. Beyond that, everything's fair game, as long as we can all learn from it, and it is of a positive nature. If those of you that are having negative experiences in your life, I will be more than happy to hear them and give you the best solution possible. Now, before we get into the show this evening, I'd like to give a shout out to all of my friends out there that are independent filmmakers in the New England area. Some of them I've already named for you, but I'll do it again. That's like Seth Roberts, Bill McLean, Alan Dillingham, just to name a few, Gary Hauger. All of us are working very hard to bring you some good entertainment that is not repetitious or the same old story. And I hope that you all check us out. You can check us all out on Facebook. And this is one film that I'd like to draw all of your attention to, and that is a film that is called For Those We Leave Behind, and that's by Seth Roberts, and it deals with veteran suicide. And I know there are a lot of challenges on Facebook to bring about awareness on such a subject, and I believe that this film will do a lot to bring into the light the fact that we're losing veterans every single day to suicide, and that's not a good thing. So please check out his film when it comes out, and check out the progress of it. Of course, Valkyrie is coming out this year, and there are a lot of other kids. There's another film, Bad Kid, that you can look forward to. For those of you that haven't seen it yet, what you might do is check out Bill McLean's film, How to Kill a Zombie. It's very entertaining, and I think that you can get a kick out of it. Beyond that, there are a lot of issues that I'd like to cover today at some point in time. I don't know why I looked down at this thing. There's absolutely nothing on it. I just do that. But on with the show. The unicorn is in. I'm listening.
Shout out to Tavari, Shelly, Shayna, and Rebecca are watching.
Hello all. How are you?
Tamika, Michelle,
Hi, Tamika.
and Smiley are watching.
Hello, Smiley.
And we have a question from Ray. I had a dream where I flew into space. Normally, I just fly around. Shortly after I flew into space, it felt like I was viewing a different dimension. The most profound and beautiful sight was before my eyes. It's truly indescribable. It was formless, unbelievably colorful and glimmering, like a 4D ocean was in front of me. Just trying to take in the sight before I woke up. I felt it truly was something that could never be understood. It looked so amazing. Do you have any ideas what that could be?
Perhaps it was a place that you needed to go to feel some peace. I know that you've been under a lot of stress lately, and maybe the universe just wanted to give you a glimpse of a better place, something to show you that better places do exist. And if you went through to that dimension is what resonates with you. You might call it your heaven, so to speak, or your nirvana. Ling, come here. Ling, come here. Down. Okay, you might call it your nirvana. And if I were you, I would really remember what it is that you felt when you saw it, and really remember what it is that you saw. And then in some way, shape, or form, try to bring that through into this dimension. Something that you can do a painting, you can do find an image, take some pictures, create something that will remind you of that place and bring about the peace that that place caused you to feel. So yeah, it's your nirvana. That's a good thing. All right, hope that helps you. What's next?
We have a question from Kelly. She said,
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
I want to ask you why you think the Aokigahara Forest is such a popular place to commit suicide.
It's built up an energy of suicide. Okay, that's just the way that it is. It just built up that energy. Over time, what happens with energy is that it can be pressed and pressed and pressed until it takes on a life of its own. And that one has claimed many lives. And since it's claimed many lives, it almost puts itself into a limited perpetuation. It's kind of like you find your favorite donut store, and then you talk about your donut store to someone else, and it builds up a reputation. So everybody goes there, whether or not the donuts are actually good. Everyone just seems to go there, kind of like a Roman Joe's. Everybody loves going there, but the coffee is really crappy, and so is the food. So it's just one of those things. Energy takes on lives of its own, such as good and evil have both taken on lives of their own, and they're hungry and they need things to thrive. So it's almost like that energy of that forest sends out these tendrils, these little tentacles that catch those that have that type of a thought, and it latches into their consciousness. Remember, in the world of thought, in the world of spirituality, there is no time and space, so it can catch everywhere. And those of you that are empaths know this, because we talked about how empathic people are like cosmic octopi, just reaching out and grabbing every single feeling, like all of these little tentacles. Well, guess what? Some place that has amassed that much energy will do the same thing. There's a lot of spiritual energy there because there are probably people still roaming around there, even though they've lost their bodies. So that's why. I hope that helps you out. Okay, what do you got? That's right, I'm firing them out this evening.
Brandy says via email, hi Z, I was told a few months back that I have second sight. What is this?
Someone tells you have second sight, it's their way of being really clever about saying that you have a good intuition, okay? Or that you may be psychic or telepathic or perhaps clairvoyant. Instead of just calling it simply what it is, we love being cryptic with each other. You have the second sight of the second sight. So that's actually tells you that you have a really good intuition, and you should probably develop it or do something to develop it. Hope that helps you out. All right, what do we got?
Angie Chandler says hi.
Hi, Angie. How are you?
Lisa says, good evening. I am spiritually blocked. I don't know why. I need to know my purpose for being here. I made my altar with the things I love and I pray. I don't know 100% what my purpose is. Thank you.
Well, perhaps at some point in time, if you'd like to actually have a counseling, we can do that. I can help you with that. And you can make an appointment with us at Unicorn Cove School of Metaphysics. That's www.unicorn-cove.com. Or you can give us a call and set up an appointment, and that is area code 207-347-5686. And I will be more than happy to map out for you simple steps that will get you to your path. Okay? A lot of times what you may be going through is a period that it's not necessarily a block. It's more like a preparation. Okay, if you know that you have a spiritual path, that shows you that you do have the the will to carry out that path. It's just you don't know how. I know that we see a lot of clever sayings on Facebook, and people will say all kinds of really clever things, but they really don't half of the time know what it is that they're talking about. Everyone needs to be instructed at some point in time. Not one of us can walk this earth, and if we want to do something, not be trained in that field. You can have a natural talent to do something, which I have a lot of natural talent at doing, but even I had to learn how to do some of those things, or even learn how to, excuse me, handle that gift. So you'll see clever platitudes such as, no one needs training. You can get it all from your inner intuition, which is really cute. But the truth is, if you're going to be have some manner of expertise in any area, natural talent is like 90% of the road. You need like another 10% that will help you be practical. So like I said, you can call and I'll set up an appointment with you. And I do teach classes on development and spiritual development, and I can get you to where it is that you want to go. And if you can't get to me, or you don't have a computer, but you do, because I'm talking to you right now, there are a lot of people in your area that may be able to help you out. Just make sure that they are serious about what it is they do, make sure that they're not airy-fairy, and make sure that they understand that you being blocked is only a temporary thing, okay? And make sure that they understand how to unblock you, okay? So let's see, your particular thing that I believe that you are working with is you've never been really good at starting anything, okay? And I'll just do this a little bit for you, okay? I don't think that you're good at starting anything. I think that you're good at finishing things. It's just very difficult for you to start. So what you might want to do is use a simple architecture and sit and write some things that you would like to do. And then when you do come and see me, we can go through that particular list and decide what's going to be the most viable thing for you to start with, okay? Any journey begins with one step, but if you're thinking about the journey too much and wondering about the journey too much, you never really take those steps. So, like I said, more than willing to help you out in that area. I think your problem is minor. I hope that helps you out. Okay, what have you got?
Angie Chandler asks, are soul retrieval legit?
Yes, of course they are. If the person knows what they're doing. Listen, every spiritual practice that you can hear of, even Reiki, has its legitimacy. It depends on who's doing it, why they're doing it, and how they're doing it, okay? People that go to get a certification in something and think that that certification qualifies them to do something, seriously deluding themselves. It's not your certification that qualifies you to do something. It is that which you have on the inside of you that ordains you to do what it is that you do. Great, you may follow all of the simple steps of something and get your little certificate, but we can see by our school system that many people that have certifications in teaching are not teachers. You know, and we can see that all of those people that went and got their certification and how to deal with people on a social and social level really should just not be in the position that they are, you know. So your certification doesn't mean anything. A soul retrieval is when a person has to be taken or guided back to a place where they suffered some type of a trauma and wound up leaving part of themselves stuck in that trauma. Well, you have to go back and be your own superhero. And there has to be someone that guides you to do that, to go back and unhinge you from a certain area so that you can move on in your life. And that may be in this life, it may be from another life. But soul retrievals are legitimate. Just like soul travels are legitimate. You know, they just are. And if you get someone that doesn't know what they're doing and they just think it's really cool to say that I do a soul retrieval, then you'll wind up severely disappointed. And it could cause some damage. You know, if you listen to someone who's a psychologist try to tell you that soul retrieval is not legit, then that psychologist is, I think psychologists are really ill-founded to even deal with the metaphysical on most cases. Of course, I've met some pretty sharp ones, but for the most part, they're still referencing books by Sigmund Freud, and that guy was a total nutcase, you know. So they are legitimate. It just depends on who you're dealing with. Now remember, your soul is perfect. There's nothing that can be changed to make your soul any better. It's you, the person, that has to deal with soul issues that are hinged so deep in you that they're called soul issues. So you go back to that portion of yourself that's hinged, unhinge it, get that negativity out of you, or let go of that experience, but understand that a soul retrieval may deal with things of a positive nature that are holding you back as well. You may be holding yourself because you want to experience that one positive thing that happened to you hundreds of years ago. Well, guess what? It's not hundreds of years ago anymore. You need to move on to a different experience, which is a lot of case when people believe that they are something on the inside and there's something on the outside. You know, there's a reason that you are that thing on the outside. So, you know, you should deal with it, you know, and move on. And sometimes the soul retrieval will help with that. Sometimes it will not. Sometimes things just need to be the way that they are. You know, so either way, soul retrievals are legitimate. Reiki's legitimate, although it's being used in a way that it should not be used for the most part, but that's another story. But I hope that helps you out.
Angie Chandler would like to know if you do soul retrievals.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. I certainly do. And quite well, I might add.
So I'll go sleep. I go sleep. Okay, we have another question from...
That's a soul travel.
Right, then. Which you do too. You do soul travels.
Yes, I do soul travels. I do regression, soul travels, and soul retrievals. And exorcisms, and astral entity removals, and astral energy removals, and psychic attack breakings, and spell breakings, and curse breakings, and uncrossings, and land blessings, and banishments. I do those things. Land blessings are really fun, but the banishing part of it, it's not usually fun. Detaching astral entities is never fun. Exorcisms are never fun, ever, never. Okay, I don't believe that there is such a thing as a fun exorcism. Soul travels are beautiful. Regressions are beautiful. Soul retrievals are beautiful. Once you see that person be released from something, it is awesome.
Shelley would like to know, can gout be cured?
Anything can be cured. Like, this is what my teacher used to say. People think that certain things are impossible to cure, but my teacher used to say that the impossible happens daily, and she's right, it does. It's the improbable that may take a little longer. It just depends on what you have on the inside of you that is willing to work with your own spirit, that is willing to work with your own soul, that is willing to work with that malady that you are dealing with. If you don't want it, kick it out. Find ways to kick it out, and don't let someone come and reinforce it. I think the main problem with a lot of things is that even our social media and our society does things to try to make us ill, to try to make us sick. If you look, there's an article about bad things every single day. You can't look at any of the issues or the writings of a person without seeing some advertisement that comes up and says you could have gout, or you could have diabetes, or you could have shingles, or you could suffer this, you could suffer that, and it's like they're advertising. Now, this is what I believe that they're doing. I believe that they know that it affects people in a certain way. Whenever you're talking to a woman, there are two things that women fear more than anything, that is breast and cervical cancer. So put a bunch of things out there just to make the women believe that they might have this particular thing, or they might catch it. Well, cancer isn't something you catch, It's not like a cold. You could have this, does your nail grow too long? Well, you could have this. Is your hair this way? Well, it means you could have that. Now, if you think about what it is that I'm saying, you'll see that it's pretty valid, because you can't look at anything without someone wanting to slip some form of negativity into what it is that you are viewing, just because. The big thing is vaccines. Now, you and I both know. I mean, we all know that those vaccines are not good for you. They're just not. And anything that Bill Gates has his hands in is never good for you, except for computers. Okay? You know as well as I do that shot, that thing that women are getting in their arm for birth control, or young girls, I might say, is bad for them. But it's being advertised like donuts or Twinkies. You know, it's being advertised like a smoothie. You know, well, you can have this and so forth. Now, you know, we all know better than that. We know. They're saying that they're going to put mosquitoes that have been given the antidote to the Zika virus to cover the Zika virus. Now, you and I both know that they're the ones who spread it in the first place. And don't believe them if they're saying to combat any virus. What they mean is to spread the virus. Okay? You look and you'll see that kind of negativity all over the place. It doesn't matter if you're looking at a movie and you happen to be looking at it on your computer and you don't have this masterful ad blocker, an ad will come up and say, you could have diabetes. So it's constantly reinforced in your mind. You've got to get rid of that reinforcement. You've got to break that spell. You got to break that control. And you've got to be the leader of your own life. You've got to have serenity over your own body. We live in a society that makes people think that somebody else owns your body. Well, no, they don't. You own your body, and you have to take control of your body and decide, I'm going to allow this in my life, and I'm not going to allow that in my life. And your friends can go take a long walk off of a short pier, have a Coke and a smile, and shut them up if they don't want to agree with you on that issue. Because there's always someone else that comes and says, well, don't you think you should? Obviously, I don't think that. If I thought that, I would do it. So, simple thing. If you are going to start training your body to heal itself, don't be around anyone that's going to contradict that healing. Do you understand me? You have got to get rid of people that will contradict what it is that you say that you want to do in your life. If they don't agree with them, then tell them to go live their own life and keep their poison out of your cup. And you have to be firm with that. I don't care who it is. It doesn't matter who it is. I don't care how dear and near they may be to you. If they are not going to agree with the fact that you choose to be a whole and healthy being, and you will find ways to help yourself be that whole and healthy being, and they want to come against that, then they don't have your best interest at heart. So it starts at home. Is gout curable? Of course it is. Once you find something that is working for you, do not, under any circumstances, accept someone else's thought that tells you anything other than it works for you. Do you understand? Then you give yourself positive reinforcement and get rid of those people that are hell-bent on doing something and saying something other than what you are hoping to be. You talk to your mitochondria. I told you this. You speak to your mitochondria and understand that it is your mitochondria that will determine every single thing that happens with your body and where the energy is going to go to either make you manifest that sickness or manifest that healing. You've got to be able to have a clear working relationship with your mitochondria. I realize that a lot of you have not heard that word before. Or if you did, you didn't pay attention. See, that's what life science was about. Okay, hope that helps you out. What have you got next?
Angie Chandler says she will contact you in regards to the soul retrieval.
Wonderful.
Smiley says, throw it at the wall and see what sticks is what doctors are doing. I think they want us to be experiments.
Yeah. Well, no, they already think we're experiments. They already think that we're experiments. They also think that we're expendable. Now, I've met some really good doctors, okay, but many of them are out for themselves and not really out for you.
Angie Chandler says she's doing great. Lots of good stuff coming to fruition. She's got a job, waiting for background check to come back, and she'll be on the clock. Woohoo, she says.
Good. Excellent.
And we have a question from Tamika.
Hi, Tamika. How are you?
She said, I had a dream of my great-grandmother who passed. We were flying around, and it looked like outer space, but everything was covered in gold dust. I'm not sure what the dream was about. I would love your thoughts on that.
The gold dust was where everything comes from. She was trying to show you how to manifest some things and help you understand that you have every single thing that you need already. You just have to pull it together, which is probably one of the things that you have a hard time doing, and that is pulling everything together. Okay, you have all of these components, but pulling it together is what eludes you. And she just wanted to show you that there is enough. You just have to find all of the components and bring it all together. That was what the gold dust was about. Okay, and I think that that's something she may have tried to show you from a while ago. Okay, hope that helps you out. Remember, if any of you need a full reading, you can also give me a call. I do readings, I do telepathic readings and telepathic counselings as well. Okay, hope that helps you out.
We have a question from Smiley.
Hello.
She says, some of my dreams tantalize the edges of my recall. Is there a way to bring it forward? I know upon waking that it is information for me, but but I don't always write it down.
Okay.
Thanks.
Do you remember the exercise that I gave to you with the apple? Okay, use that. That's how you bring it from the periphery to the forefront. Okay, use that apple. Remember, pick the apple, get an apple, an actual apple, and I want you to hold it, handle it, smell it, know what it looks like, pay attention to every nuance of it. Don't eat it though. Put it on your nightstand. Okay, as you go to sleep, so it's right there for you to see, and close your eyes and count backward from 99 to 1. Now, when you're on the dream plane, there may be the briefest of moments where you can actually see if you can find the apple, or if you do find the apple, it will act like a key for you, and you'll be lucid dreaming. Okay, now remember, don't get all excited about it, because those that keep the dreams will kick you out. Okay, so just remember, if you happen to see the apple in your dreams, look around and see what else you can see. Okay, now this takes practice. It may or may not happen the first time. If it does happen the first time, usually it surprises the hell out of people, and they wind up exclaiming and then waking up. Try to keep your cool, and then look at everything else. Now, as I've said to you before, it doesn't necessarily have to be that apple. It could be that apple, or an apple, or the word apple, or a picture of an apple, or a symbol of an apple, okay? As long as you find an apple, that will be your key into the lucidity of dreaming, okay? Now it takes practice, so don't stay up all night counting from 99 to 1 because you mess up, and then getting all frustrated and wondering when you're gonna fall asleep. Just, take it all in stride. If you happen to fall asleep before you get to 1, that's fine. That's the whole idea. Okay, so start with that. I did teach you this. Okay, just saying. All right, hope that helps. All right, what do we got next?
Tamika says, thanks.
You're very welcome.
Heath says, hey guys, we were all watching. Keep up the great education.
Hey Heath, how you doing?
We have a question from Rebecca. Are there different kinds of exorcisms? Or are there different types of demons, or are some entities that need exorcising, just hitchhiking spirits or energy or something?
There are different types of exorcism.
I feel like I'm anchored down by something that isn't demonic, just heavy and foreign.
No, you don't have anything attached to you. I would have told you if you did when I saw you.
She says, I'll touch base on my personal aspects when I see you, just curious in general about possession and exorcism.
Yeah, possession, exorcism doesn't always mean something that is possessed. It may just be an energy, you know, it may just be an astral entity posing as something. It could be even a relative that's just unwilling to let go, or that you're unwilling to let go. A lot of times it's not even exercising the spirit from someone, it's exercising the person from the spirit, you know, just trying to get you to let go. You know, so there are both types of things. There are different types of exorcism. You know, it's just a simple removal of something, or the extraction of something, or the separation of something. And that can be a lot of different things. You know, you may need to exercise smoking out of your life. You may need to exercise some bad habit out of your life. And that's basically something that I can help with. Or if there is an entity, which I've had to face on several occasions, and I'm not looking forward to doing it again, ever. But that's some really serious and arduous work. You know, there are different things to exercise. You know, we always get the picture whenever someone hears the term exorcist, they always think of the, you know, woman that is always bent over backwards in the movies. And, speaking, your mother eats kitty litter. You know, it's not always that. Kitty litter. It's not always that. There's no head spinning or anything like that. You know, I've seen distended bellies. I've heard different voices. You know, I've, you know, had to wrestle with people and, you know, things like that. But it's not near what it looked like in the movies. Nobody spit pea soup on me, because if they did, you know, I'd be pissed. You know, but to get an entity or an energy out of someone is never a pleasant experience. It's just not, because you're looking at that person not know what the hell is happening to them. And sometimes they do know what's happening to them, but they can't do anything about it, you know, so they need help. In your case, you don't have anything that is really hindering you more than a few thoughts and, you know, maybe some energy and some people that you've hooked up with, and it's their energy that is interfering with you. So you have to understand who you associate with can affect your energy, and it can affect your energy positively, or it can affect your energy negatively, you know. So we like to make excuses a lot of times. Well, you know, this person is just, you know, they're just going through this, and that's just the way they are. They mean well. No, they don't. Okay, they mean exactly what it is that they're doing. And at some point in time, you've got to see that, and you've got to make a decision whether or not you're going to allow that person to keep affecting your life, or you're going to move on towards those gifts that you are supposed to have in your life. And that's just the bottom line. You know, and you can't really blame it on the spirit if there's someone that you're constantly thinking about or pining about that you're refusing to let go of, or you're allowing someone to take advantage of you. It's not a spirit, that's a person. Well, a person with a spirit. You know, so it comes down to taking responsibility for our lives. It's really easy to blame some other entity or some spirit for things that we're just unwilling to do. You know, so I'd be more than willing to help you out when you're ready. Okay. All right. I hope that helps you out. Rebecca's got such a nice cheery smile.
Shayna has a question.
Hello, Shayna. How you doing?
She says, hi, so my gift is changing quite a bit. I went from seeing and feeling spirit aspirations to hearing them loudly, and now they're starting to touch me. Freaky, I know. I've been a medium my whole life, and I don't understand why my gift is changing so drastically. Is there a way to slow it down so I can get a clear understanding of what's going on, or should I just roll with the punches?
No. When they start to touch you and you didn't ask them to, that's a problem. So what we need to do is we need to set up some guidelines, and we need to set up some barriers, okay? And we need to set up rules. Remember, you have sovereignty over your energy and your body, okay? So slowing it down would, I don't think you can slow it down, but what you can do is define it, okay? So I'll help you to draw up some things that will actually help you define boundaries. Boundaries is what you need to set up. And I think that we talked about boundaries before. You need some protective guidelines. This is one of the things that mediums go through because they have allowed so many spirits to talk with them at their leisure or have liberty with them, and then all of a sudden you decide you don't want to have that type of relationship. Well, there are a lot of them that don't agree with that, but you need to show them that whether they agree or not, this is the way that it's going to be. Otherwise you'll have all kinds of energies and things, just deciding that, well, we'll just go and talk to Shane, and Shane will do anything that we want them to do. Remember, you're the one with the body, so you're the one that is in control, and you need to realize that and have them realize that. Okay, that way you can keep your sanity. And your gifts is going to change. It's going to mutate. It's going to evolve. We all do. That's what we do. Is evolve. So you're basically on spirit's time. It was your time, but now you're on the universe's time. And since you're on the universe's time, sometimes they will jump you really, really fast or make you move really, really slow. And they may do all types of mutations with you. So there are clear training methods that will help you to not go left or right and keep your balance. And that's what I offer, is those training things. Okay. And for those of you, others of you that are having these things, remember, I do teach classes. I do not teach for free. This is my lifestyle. And if you want to learn anything, you go to someone to learn to do it, and you pay them. I will be paid as well. It's just a fair exchange. And again, you can give us a call or contact us. If you want to give us a call at area code 207-347-5686. If you'd like to contact me about classes, that will be at www.unicorn-code.com, or just let us know and ask the unicorn, and we will begin your classes. And by the time I'm done with you, you will be able to handle yourself and help others. Now, keep this in mind. If you just want to know how to do things just so that you can be cool, I'm not your guy. There are a lot of people out there that just want you to be cool. I teach teachers. I teach those people that are going to help the universe and help in the service of the universe to bring about positivity and development for everyone. So if that's what you want to do, if you're going to have the muscle and you're willing to push the car out of the road, I will teach you. And yes, I have refused people. Okay, so let me know. Hope that helps you out, Shana.
Angie Chandler says, I used to go through old houses in my dreams exploring. Always a scary portion involved somewhere. Since started using CPAP, don't dream often or remember them. I've had a few lucid dreams, all very significant. What is CPAP?
I have no idea.
Angie, what is CPAP? Michelle says, hi guys. Once I had a dream of walking along a floating bridge, and there were 3 doors from out of the water. A person came to me dressed in a white tuxedo with glowing white eyes. Your thoughts, please.
Repeat that again. Say that again.
I once had a dream of walking along a floating bridge, and there were 3 doors. From out of the water, a person came to me dressed in white tuxedo with glowing white eyes.
Yours. The person that came to you with glowing white eyes and the white tuxedo is something that is not ready for you just yet. Okay, you're still dealing with a lot of emotions. Okay, emotional things, and you're not ready. You're not ready for things just yet, and that's partially my fault. We need to get ourselves scheduled and continue your classes. Okay, so that I can give you something that will help you deal with an event that's coming up. Okay, and because you're not ready, that's why the glowing white eyes and the white shirt. There's nothing for you to. There's a path that's going to be opening up for you, but you're not ready for it yet. So I need to get you ready. Okay, and I'm going to get you ready. Okay. So let's see, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday.
June 1st.
Friday, 5:30 class. Okay.
And call me if I forget.
Yeah, call Kazi if I get busy. That'll help you out.
And Angie says CPAP is a machine for sleep apnea, continuous positive airway pressure.
Okay. Oh, yeah, she has sleep apnea.
I don't remember what sleep apnea is.
Yeah, I that's the first I've heard of it. Yeah.
Guest,
Well, good if it's helping you. I'm glad it's helping you. Okay, what else do we got?
Guest 882 says, just saying hi, love listening to your show.
Hi.
Hello, guest 882 underscore.
Okay, are there any other questions?
No. Oh wait, Shayna just
Okay.
mentioned.
What do you got, Shannon?
I have set up boundaries with spirits, but this particular one just won't leave me alone. I feel as if he stalks me. I used to know him in real life before he died. What do I do to let him know peacefully that I want Jim to leave me alone?
You're just going to have to tell him to leave you alone. You're just going to have to separate him. See if there's something that you knew him before. Do you have anything that he may have given you? Pictures of him or things like that? If you do have those kinds of things, you might get rid of them. There is a ceremony that I have people do when they want to do a separation, is you need to write a letter to this person, a physical letter to this person, and then it's saying everything that you need to say to this person, and then put it in an envelope like you're going to mail it to them and address it to their last known address, put postage on it, and then burn it. And then take the ashes of that particular letter to a body of moving water that is moving away from you and dump them in. And then turn around and walk away. That is your goodbye. Okay? Goodbye means goodbye. And if he is still insistent, what you might do is plan a trip to Maine, and I will make him say goodbye. Plain and simple. Hope that helps.
Rebecca says, you discuss the importance of exchange frequently. Frequently. What's the best course of action when you're given on unsolicited charity?
Don't accept it. Or give them something back in return. Give them something physical back in return. You can't really, charity is a great thing to have. It's a wonderful thing to have, and it's a wonderful thing to receive, but make sure that you give them something back so that there is no karmic retribution, or there's no, that wonderful exchange law doesn't go into effect. Because if you don't decide on giving them something in return, then the universe will. And you probably don't really want that, because the universe has a really strange sense of humor. Okay, so just make sure that you're giving them something back. Okay, even I was telling a student this. Listen, when I used to give people what they would call coins or what they call fair change or spare change, I knew what that really meant. So I would ask them for something. I said, "What do you give? What do you have that you can give me?" And you hear that? That's my dog. You snore like an old guy. Hey, stop snoring. Seriously. And a lot of times they say, I don't have anything. And they go, you must have something. All I have is this paper. Fine. I'll take that. Then there's a fair exchange. There's no obligation. There's no nothing. Even if someone were to give you $1 million, okay, and they just wanted to be charitable, give them a pen. Then there's an exchange, and then the karmic tie is broken. Same as if someone takes something from you. If you're going to give someone something, you have to accept something in return. If they're going to take something from you, then you've got to take something from them, because that's the way that it will work one way or another. So don't go giving something to someone and them offering you something and say, oh no, you accept it. You do whatever you want to do with it. Okay? You do whatever you want to do with it. If someone wants to give you something and they're not willing to take something in return, then don't accept it. They may think you're rude. They may think whatever they think, but you'll still be safe. This is just a universal law of exchange. This is the way that it goes. Because there are some people out there that know as much as I do, and even more. And they know about this universal law, so they will set you up. Just thought. Something to think about. Hope that helps. What else have you got?
It doesn't need to be of equal value, Rebecca asks.
No. Value really has not much to do with it. It's the act that is the issue.
Michelle says, thank you. I'm always patient, looking forward to Friday. I know you're busy.
I'll be there Friday. By the way, how's your little princess?
He says, what about tithing? There is no return except for the good feeling.
Sure there is. Remember, you're tithing to your church, or you're tithing to that spiritual community, or that body that is your spiritual support. Okay, and you're getting something in return. And a lot of times when you tithe something, they'll give you something physical like a letter or a receipt. That can be taken as an exchange as well. Now, keep in mind that tithing is to a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily have to be to a church. It can be wherever you get spiritual support from.
Rebecca says, awesome sauce, thank you.
Awesome sauce. That's so funny. I heard that in a movie once.
It's from a movie.
Yeah. Okay, so anything that you'd like to talk about?
You take you have?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. I am speaking to them.
Dude, it's too hot.
No, it's not. You're all dressed all summery and everything, and you're talking about it's too hot. Look at you.
Turned into a lizard and I
You're
don't
red.
want to do anything.
See? You're Kazi the Red.
What?
All right. Any other questions at all?
Michelle says, Roz is a very busy girl and growing.
Awesome.
Not awesome.
Roz is awesome. She is. I really like her.
You like little girls.
Yes, I do. And I make no bones about it. I think there should only be little girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And when I get a horse, it is going to be a girl. And I shall call her Fiona. That's my favorite name, by the way, Fiona.
Hannah.
Hannah's a favorite. Yeah, Tessa is another favorite.
Why didn't you name Ling Fiona?
Because she's Ling. She told me what she wanted to be named. She's Ling.
Hiroshi didn't tell me.
Hiroshi doesn't tell anybody anything.
Hiroshi.
All right. Listen, there are a lot of things happening in our world. Okay, it's time for you all to pay attention. Do you know I didn't see many chemtrails today?
Shayna says, she loves my dress. Thank you, Shayna.
Yes, I made it.
No, you didn't. Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
That'd be so scary if you made my dresses. I know how you sew.
I can sew better than you.
No.
You know I can. Don't even try
No. Nuh-uh.
Yes, I can. We can always have a challenge.
I am too hot to have a challenge. I'm turning this up. Yes.
No.
It's not loud. They can't
No.
hear it. They
Yes, they
can't.
can.
No, they can't. Can you
I
guys
said
hear
turn it
that?
down. Turn it down now.
They can't hear it. I've already asked. Wait, don't give me your Maori glare.
I don't care.
I'm not afraid of your freaking taniwa look.
Whatever.
Please.
Yeah, you
I'll give it
understand that
back to
because
you.
you know I'm gonna beat you later, so you
No,
need to quit.
I'll give you back your taniwa glare.
No, you can't.
Yes, I
You
can.
can't even see.
People think I'm freaking from your loins for some reason all the time. I'm like, I am not. I'm not Maori. I am not Maori. Not in this lifetime.
Do that look again.
That's my Asian look. My angry Asian lady.
That's great. So, do you have any other questions?
Yes, I
What do you
do. Michelle says, I think Roz smells and hears things. Should I acknowledge this with her if she's able to smell and hear?
Of course.
Awesome.
Always support the children in their growth. Okay, that's really important.
I'm growing.
To see, I was treated horribly as a child because of what I saw. You know, and you don't want that. I mean, you just don't want it because you don't get to warn people about stuff that's coming. You know, when you're a child, you say, you should probably not do that because this is going to happen. And then someone winds up doing things and you just look at them. Well, I could have told you, but I would have gotten beaten. You know, so please support your children as they begin their visionary life. It's really important.
I've begun my
Okay, what
visionary
else?
life. I'm just joking.
No, I'll beat you anyway.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even say that.
I'm just saying.
What do you? I'm a grown person. I'm trying not to swear on this show. I'm a grown woman
Mm-hmm.
person.
Yeah, you're always my little girl.
No.
Yes.
I
what's
don't have any other questions.
Okay, there are no other questions at all? All right. What time is it?
7:53.
Wow, we got some time. Okay, this is a quiet night. I know that you're all hot and everything, and it's heading towards summer, and
Most people have air
and you know
conditioning. We don't have air
we have Donald Trump. Drumpf is actually his real name, by the way. Drumpf, not Trump. You know, and he's saying more and more wild stuff every day. Can you believe how Bernie's being cheated on?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Can you guys believe that? How he's actually being cheated on? Like the Democratic Party, whatever they call themselves, is actually blatantly rigging this election. Blatantly. And you know, I'm the person that'll say it, so I don't care. I'm not a political guy. You know, I'm just saying it's blatant. Okay. And they're so blatantly wanting Hillary to be the presidential candidate that they're willing to fraudulently do a lot of things. You know, have the news station saying, well, we're already going to announce that she's winning anyway. So, you know, those people should be shut out, put out of business. As a matter of fact, I don't even listen to those people because they're stupid. Okay? They're stupid. And if our government allows that, then that means our government is corrupt.
What? How is?
They've been cheating on him, you know, as far as shutting down the voting booths before all of the voters got a chance to vote, rigging recounts, just doing everything they possibly can to say, well, we're only going to acknowledge Hillary, even though Bernie is the clear winner. Anyway, I won't get too much into that. I'm just saying, you know, we have put ourselves in a very laughable position to the rest of the world. The fact that Donald Trump is allowed to run for president is absolutely laughable. And that there are people that are supporting that guy is like totally laughable. I mean, really, that guy he's mentally handicapped. And the only reason nobody called him on it is because he's got a lot of money that was left to him by his daddy, you know. And, you know, it was a small loan, really, though, only $1 million. You know, so I'm just saying, there's a lot of madness in this world. You know, if you can steer clear of all of the madness and try to keep some semblance of your smile and your healthy attitude, I think you'd be doing a wonderful thing. Next week, though, I want to talk to you about some things. Otherwise, no, that would be something else. I need to actually have a whole segment to this, and there's some things that are happening as far as extraterrestrial events that are going to come up. There's some young movie stars that I'm rather concerned about, and not that they're extraterrestrial, but they're because they're not. But no, I'm concerned about a few people, you know, that may turn up not in a good place all of a sudden, kind of like Prince did, and several other celebrities, and their names just kind of lit up on my chart of possible victims.
We have a few more questions.
Okay, what do you got?
Angie Chandler asks, why do gifted people have arrogance? Gifted people.
The same reason that non-gifted people have arrogance. They just do. Arrogance is one of those things that people have to battle from time to time. It's not just gifted people, it's non-gifted people. Arrogance doesn't really choose one over the other. It is something that needs to be disciplined and something that needs to be corrected.
We have a few more questions. We have Shayna asks, what is doppelganger?
A doppelganger is a exact duplicate of you, usually a dimensional doppelganger, a dimensional copy of you, a perfect carbon copy of you. And okay. God,
that's gonna be another.
Okay, I've taught on this before, and I think I'll cover that next week. But I'll just give you a brief synopsis. A doppelganger is not necessarily a copy of you. A doppelganger is you, yet in an alternate dimension that happens to step through into this dimension, only on a temporary basis. It can't stay here. It can't be here forever, and neither can you. The two of you cannot occupy the exact same time and the exact same space. Usually, there will be a doppelganger. There may be 10 minutes later you'll come along, or you'll come along, and then your doppelganger will come along. Because if the two of you met, it would cause a cataclysm. But I don't mean a cataclysm for the rest of the world. I mean a cataclysm for you. Okay. I guess that would be the rest of the world, because you would definitely be, the rest of the world would be affected by you not all of a sudden being where you are. It's a very, and I keep trying to explain that to people, that you'll hear people say, oh, I saw my doppelganger. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You just saw someone who happened to look like you, kind of. You didn't see your doppelganger, because if you saw your doppelganger, you would be ineffably drawn to your doppelganger, and it would be an irresistible force that you could not fight. Okay?
They would feel the same.
They would feel the exact same draw. And sometimes there are, it depends on the nature of that particular person. Sometimes the nature could be negative, or the nature could be positive, which basically means that person may do that on purpose. There is a possibility, depending upon their nature, which makes doppelgangers very, very dangerous, whether they're positive or negative, because eventually, at least people who are, everyone on that particular time stream that is you, and every single dimension that there is would cease to be.
If you came into contact.
That doesn't mean that before or after, another you that is either future or back you would cease to be, because that's not how it works. You know, you see a lot of movies and they talk about that, but that's not how it works. How it actually works is that, let's see, here I am right here, but this person went back to 1960 or 1965, I'll say, and then all of a sudden put two doppelgangers together that were exactly the same. And everyone from 1965 does no longer exist. Now, would that mean that me right now would disappear? No, that's not how it works. I don't care what the movies tell you. That's not how it works. That means that me, who you all know, would not be here. I would still be, just something else. or somewhere
Wait,
else?
say that again.
Okay.
If a person went back in 1965 and put not a doppelganger of you, but a doppelganger.
No, my doppelganger.
Oh, if
there was my doppelganger, we both got together. Everyone from all of us on every single dimension would cease to be. Like,
Right.
And it was not even ceasing to be. It means that I'll be smushed together like this.
it would implode.
Or explode. Okay.
And
But it's not even an explosion the way that you think about it. It's a ripple, like and all of a sudden there's no existence there. That means that every single existence and every single person that I've influenced would not be influenced by my presence and what they're doing, because of my presence would not be. Okay.
Wow.
Nothing. It would almost be like there was a rewind, and then every person that I had ever met that is the way that they are now because of my presence would not be.
Oh, that sucks. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Oh well,
No, you wouldn't.
I would, but not
No,
here.
you wouldn't be here at all. Okay. Not even the reason that you got here wouldn't be.
I would be.
That means a lot of you would not be.
I'd be a different person.
You'd be a totally different person. Exactly a different person with different experiences, different problems, different karmas, different every single thing. However, if there was me who's here, because remember, that particular instance that caused me to be the person that I am right now doesn't exist, I would exist on another level or in a different place. And then there'd be a whole different set of experiences. Now, if that doppelganger went to every single timeline, which is virtually impossible to happen because time goes like this, or it goes like this, or it goes like this, or it goes this way or not, okay, or it's timey-wimey, then it would have a totally different outcome. So the bottom line is this: the moment that you embark on meeting a doppelganger, and if you happen to know, you'll feel it. If you do meet a doppelganger, the thing for you to do is not be part of your consciousness, and the best way for you to do that is to get the hell out of where you are now that you saw that doppelganger or someone told you about that doppelganger. Fortunately, there's these wonderful things that are in operation that are universal fail-safe. Someone will always, they'll always, every single time warn you or tell you that your doppelganger was just there. Wait, didn't you just come in here? And you're going, what? No.
Oh, that's just.
And if you're smart, you'll get the hell out of there and never go back to that place again, because it leaves an energy signature for that doppelganger to go back to. It's really complicated, but not. So anyway, I'll have to teach about that next time. Okay.
Yeah.
Hope that helps you out. We'll talk about it some more, Shana. See, you try to get me into my mad scientist mode.
Heath is trying to get you into another rant.
What?
Stop. Heath is always trying to get you to a rant. Why do you do that, Heath? Why?
What? What is it?
He says, do you feel we are in for another war soon?
Yes, definitely.
I'm feeling a revelation, and I think we are in for some turmoil. Russia, North Korea, things could go bad quick.
Well, yeah, if we keep villainizing everybody, it's definitely going to go back, because they're going to get pissed off about it. And they're already pretty pissed about it. We have a habit of villainizing people. First off, this is America. North Korea is not America. Russia is not America. We can't expect them to have the same values as we do. And we need to quit. Fine. They don't want to have nothing to do with this. Stay the hell out of our yard, and we will stay the hell out of their yard. Okay? That's the way that it should be. But right now, yeah, we're definitely in for another war. Just saying.
Tamika says, I am visiting my mother-in-law in Alabama, and the room I stay in feels dark. My whole family has had nightmares. It's this one dream we have of this man with an evil laugh. What should I do?
While you're there, take... It sounds like it's been something that's generational. So take with you a white candle that you can keep lit while you're there. Okay, plain white candle, unscented. Before you go there, what I need for you to do here, what I need for you to do is I need for you to, oh geez, I'm gonna have to talk to her separately if that's what I think it is. Get some vinegar and salt, like a quarter cup of vinegar, white vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of salt. Mix them together till you make kind of a paste. Put it in a glass bowl, small, and set it in that room that you're going to be sleeping in. Okay, and that should keep the astral emanation down. It sounds like you have something, a spirit there that is intentionally being mad or angry with people, and you're going to have to subdue it. Okay, I don't think that you're equipped to fight it. I think you can just subdue it, or make it back off for a while, and that will help you. Also, if you have an LED light, that will help as well, like a night light. The LED light simulates sunlight, and it'll actually cut down on astral emanations even further. So he may still be there, but there's not much he could do. Okay, as long as you have that candle lit. And when you have a chance, you can give me a message on Facebook, and we'll talk back and forth, and I'll give you some simple directions to handle that. Okay, and we'll actually talk about those kind of things next week on the show, psychic self-defense. Okay, so I'll help you out.
That's it.
All right then. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to thank you all for joining us on the show this evening. Please tell your friends about the show. The more people that there are, the more I get to teach. And I offer this show so that you can get your questions answered and so that you can get help when you need help. Okay? It is a good show, and we'll continue the show so long as we have viewers and listeners and people who are interested in the metaphysical, paranormal, the spiritual, and the mystical. Okay? Until next week, I am Ahura Z. This is my stalwart sidekick, Kazi, and you all have a wonderful week. Be good to each other. Stay positive. Remember the things that I've taught you this evening. All right? Until then, pleasant week. Unicorn out.